Jennifer Harbison, 17 years old, was the head of the Lanier drill team, the Viquettes. She was the older sister to Sarah. Sarah Harbison, 15 years old, loved animals. She was a member of the Future Farmer of America Association, a student council member as well as a cheerleader. Amy Lee Ayers, 13 years old, an 8th grader at Burnett Middle School. Amy had dreams of becoming a veterinarian. Eliza Thomas, 17 years old, had dreams of becoming a veterinarian. Eliza was also mechanically inclined and was a talented welder and small engine repair. On December 6, 1991, the four girls had plans to have a sleepover at Jennifer's house. After school, Jennifer picked up Sarah and Amy and brought them to the mall. Jennifer then went to work her shift at the I Can't Believe It's yogurt shop just down the road. Eliza was also working a shift with Jennifer that night at the yogurt shop. During her break, Jennifer went back to the mall to pick up her sister, Sarah, and her friend Amy. The two girls came back to the yogurt shop with Jennifer to help her and Eliza close up for the night. At 10:40 p.m., the last customers came in, ordered their desserts by 10:42, and left shortly after. By 11 o'clock p.m., the girls had closed the shop and locked the doors to continue closing procedures. The girls were excited about their sleepover, so they all helped with the day's end cleanup. An evening of giggles and teenage chatter was ahead of them. And then, something horrific happened. At 11:03, a no sale was rung up on the cash register. There was $540 missing from the register. A report from the last customers in the store stated that two unidentified males were still in the shop and may have been listening to the girls talking, two teen boys ages 14 to 16. These four girls would not make it to their sleepover, nor would they leave the yogurt shop ever again. That same night at 11:48, police officer Troy Gay received a call about a fire at the yogurt shop. Fire crews tirelessly worked hours to put out the fire. Soon fire scene investigators began to assemble to rummage through the burned-up shop and try to find out why the shop went up in flames. Sadly, investigators would find the bodies of the four young girls that were closing up the yogurt shop that night still inside. All four girls were badly burned. They all were naked, bound and gagged with their own clothing. Horrifically, there is evidence that one of the girls was sexually assaulted. All four girls were also shot in the head. Detectives immediately started to focus all their efforts and put every resource onto this tragic and senseless murder of four young teens. Their bodies were burned almost beyond recognition. As the killer or killers had collected napkins and other flammable to set ablaze over their bodies. At the time of the killings, a known serial killer, Kenneth Allen McDuff, was in the area. He had a history of multiple murders involving teenagers, but was soon ruled out. He was convicted in 1966 of murdering 16-year-old Edna Sullivan, her boyfriend, 17-year-old Robert Brand, and Brand's cousin, 15-year-old Mark Dunham. Suspected of at least 14 murders, McDuff served time on death row from 1968 to 1972 and again in the 1990s. Overcrowding in the prison allowed for his release. This led to the deaths of at least 6 more young women and a capital murder conviction that got him his second death sentence. He died in 1998 by lethal injection. The yogurt shop case, like many other cases, eventually grew cold. Despite hundreds of tips, it would be 8 years without any new updates on the brutal murders. 2 months shy of the 8th anniversary of the December 6, 1991, slayings, Austin police in 1999 announced that 4 men had been charged with capital murder. 2 of the men confessed to the late-night murders and were convicted, and 1 was sentenced to death, but their convictions were overturned on appeal. Prosecutors declined to return to court due to lack of evidence. Police believe there was more than one perpetrator. Despite an intensive investigation and multiple arrests, convictions, and exonerations over the years, Sadly, this case remains unsolved.